my channel. I'm Deanna and you're watching Orchid. We've got a special appearance from my little piggy puppy Frankie. Yes, Frankie. Anyway, I'm filming this straight after the update I've given you on the orchids I got back from Olivia. So these are the ones I got back from Libby, my sister-in-law, also known as my brother's wife. And I just say I got them back from her because I know that Clive in no way, shape or form would have contributed to looking after these guys. But bless them, they also looked after Frankie when our house sitter fell through. She had my Stanhopeas, and that's a gongora in the middle there. She had some of my cattleyas. So she had a few of my cooler, I guess, growers. And well, just a lot of randoms, and she did amazingly. There's probably only one orchid in this whole bunch that's struggling a little bit. So we might as well start with, hang on one second. Toby is patiently waiting. That wasn't me burping, by the way. That was that was this little guy. It always makes funny noises. And before I forget, I better turn my RO water off. But yes, she had my Stanhopeas, and they're all doing okay. They were kept outside, and let's just start with the one that's not doing so well. This Stanhopea, setting the light on it, but you can see, so that is actually the newest growth, and that is the growth just before that. These pseudobulbs were plump, and this guy was doing really well, so I'm not sure what happened. The medium's really dry. They don't really like to dry out, but I'm not sure if that really explains what happened here. I wonder if it was watered one night on a very cold night, and it rotted. I'm not sure, because this is actually two separate plants, and there's a smaller like division here, and it's fine. Whereas like it's these big, really healthy growths that suffered. So yeah, I don't know, but that is the only one that's not doing well, and it's been doing like so amazing with this awesome root system that's developed in there, that I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if this is just dehydration or if it's infection. I don't know if I can just cut it somewhere and take off the affected bulbs. I would really prefer to do that than to take it out of its pot, because it's just so established in there. I don't know. Anyway, that's in my little to-do pile. But the rest of them really aren't doing too badly. They're just, look, they seem dehydrated to me. They are all dry, but yeah, I mean, you know, this guy's doing okay. Another Stanhopea. It has a really funny, annoying growth coming out of the bottom of the pot there. However, no flower spikes, guys. I've never had any of my Stanhopeas flower. Stan Tigrina. Gongora Galliata, doing not much, but fine, doing well. Dry. These guys don't like staying extremely dry for very long, so maybe they're just all a little bit dehydrated. And this is another Stanhopea, Stangenetiana. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. I just think it looks a bit dry. I forgot you, little guy. Which one's this one? This is Stanhopea Negro Violacea, probably one of my smaller ones. And yeah, it looks fine too. Just again, a little dehydrated. It's got another bulb growth finishing off developing here. So yeah, so these guys are okay. It's just that one that I showed you before that needs a little bit of TLC. Over here we've got some cattleyas and a random latouria, dendrobium there. Some of them look really good actually. So yeah, this is Topaz Angel Broadband, which yeah, looks nice and healthy. It finished off growth herb. I don't think it bloomed. RLC Burdekin Heights, a pretty new addition to my collection, but a couple of new growths there. Ooh, can see a little scale there, nothing too dire, but she did have one with some quite bad scale on it, and I think it was this guy. This is my Latouria perennii, a species which I do think had some scale on it, and I just got her to get some rubbing alcohol and a toothbrush and get the stuff off. So I think it would have been a lot worse than this if I hadn't told her to do that, but it will need a little treatment from me soon. But overall, the plant itself does look absolutely fine, and looks like it's pretty happy in that pot. This one does not look that happy in the pot. It looks like it wants to tip over really badly. Let's have a look at the root system. Doesn't look amazing. I think this one might need a little bit of readjusting because that just looks a little bit iffy, doesn't it? But that's a new growth. Doesn't look too bad. I think it will have to go in my to-do pile as well, because I can't leave it like that. It's just not secure. Next we've got this girl, and that doesn't look good, does it? So this is LC Ida Elizabeth Enchanting, and this girl has really been struggling with me. I'm gonna say that that is a sign of calcium deficiency. What do you guys think? Because I'll tell you what, it's tried to put out a few growths this year, and they have all blackened and died off. I had a suspicion, but this little growth was growing okay before I gave it away, and I did put some dolomite granules through it before I gave it to Libby, but yeah, it's clearly died off. It's a struggler. I think it's going to have some big doses of nutrients this year, and I'm going to see if I can get it to feel a bit better, because you know the root system is pretty good and it's pretty well established in the pot, and it just should be doing better. This is a little latouria type, latouria cross. It's a Finestray cross with Exinium. It's just yeah, I can't see any new growths on it, but it has recently probably finished off this one and this one here. So yeah, it's doing okay. These two at the back there, this is one that I didn't get a chance to repot before I left, but I got it from Orchid Show, the same Orchid Show that I got some of the others from, and you can see it's got 1, 2 new growths there. I'm not sure if there's any signs of blooming. I don't think so at this stage. And this one could definitely look better. Not sure if I can lift it out of the pot safely with one hand. Oop, yes I can. Okay, I can see it's not super happy in that pot there. It's flowered for me, and the flowers, oh, they don't look like really pretty. They wilt within about a day or two, but it is super fragrant. But the plant looks pretty ugly. The flowers don't look very pretty. What can I say? We've got just a few more inside, all pretty random, but they all look pretty good. This is Brasada Orange Delight, and this is a growth that has grown in Libby's care. Little Oncidium doing okay. Phalaenopsis sequestris looking mighty fine. She looks pretty happy there. Little growing root tip, always happy to see that. My Doratus, who has probably seen better days, but yeah, she's looking okay, looking alive. Roots still looking okay. So this one loves the heat, so you know it's been cool here, so it probably just hasn't enjoyed the cold very much. And this little guy, who are you? Are you Ludomaniana? Phalaenopsis Ludomaniana. Just chugging along, still very stable there in the pot. This one doesn't look super happy. Bolero Diana done. Can you see that there's some pests there? I think it might be some mealybug maybe. She needs a really good clean out, doesn't she? A little bit loose in the pot as well, so I might have to take it out of that pot and try and make her a bit more happy. Miltassia estrelita, sweet señorita. A little growth happening there, so she looks okay. Here we've got Oncidium Alasuca Claire, and she did actually flower for me on that previous growth, but it doesn't look like she wanted to flower from that one. Growing on a new little growth there, so just let her do her thing. And another latouria type, Dendrobium spectabile. It grew 2 growths over summer for me. It grew one and then it was still warm, so it grew another. Nice sizable growths. Why won't you bloom for me? I know you can do it. I'm sure I've seen a previous flower spike before. Oh my goodness, I give you like all this light and food and moisture in your growing season, and I just try and keep you so happy. I love you so much. Why won't you bloom? Why? Guys, give me some tips. I don't know. This one doesn't bloom for me. Does it bloom in spring usually? I don't know if latourias really have a season. It's certainly not doing very much now, but yeah. I am dying to see those blooms. Have been dying for a long time. Get your act together, honey. Alright, and I've got another little PAF hybrid there, Robolenia colosum. Yeah, doing alright. She seems pretty healthy. And I am surprised this girl still has a bloom standing. See the size of this dendrobium bloom? Such a beautiful colour. Oh my goodness. So lovely. Just a Phalaenopsis type dendrobium. It had a few flowers on it obviously, which it's losing, so it's on its last legs, but I swear this flower is way bigger than it was when I got it last year. So what a beautiful thing that is. Okay guys, and just a few more to go. This is my Oncidium Tiger Crow, which did have a spike when I gave it to Libby, but it aborted, and it did have another growth on this side which didn't bloom. It's a little bit of a struggler. It didn't do well after repotting, but it did grow those 2 growths, and I think it'll just continue to improve. My Shari baby, who has finished blooming now, you can see it's starting to get some new growths going, but you can see a couple of them are really quite crammed in there in the pots, so I think I can leave it for one more season, but it'll certainly need repotting after the next set of growths because it's very tight in that pot. But yeah, Libby did such a wonderful job, and I think I got her a little bit interested in orchids, so I'll be definitely giving her a little division of that when I repot her next. And I might as well, since I'm glancing past here, but check out my twinkle. Look at these spikes. Libby did send me a picture of this little one a few weeks ago going, I think it's about to bloom, and I had to break it to her that it's a trick. He takes like 6 months from start of spike to bloom. So he will just continue to branch and bud and branch and bud. I don't even want to jinx myself, but I feel like it's not too far off with these buds like these developing. I feel like we may be a few weeks away. I've got like 13 or 14 spikes on this baby. So it is going to be a show. And as you know, Oncidium twinkles smell absolutely amazing. So this is going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. I cannot wait for Mr. Twinkle to come into bloom. And we do have a couple more spikes here. This is Oncidium Bolero, Peggy, Ruth, Carpenter, and it is a first time bloomer. And it does look like it's going to max out at 3 blooms this time around, but that's okay. She's not bloomed before, so it's a pretty valiant effort. And the last one is this Odontocidium Wildcat, which could have had better times with its spike, but it is spiking. Yeah, I don't know if Libby didn't notice this spike. Despite how ridiculously wonky and confused it looks, it is actually a healthy spike. It is not broken, it is still growing. However, it did have a second spike, which is all curled up in there, if you can see that. I'm going to have a tiny little play and see what's going on and if it's possible to release it, but my feeling is that with the other spike being that long, it's probably been caught up for a little while, and it's probably beyond rescue, but I'll see what I can do with it. So yeah, thank you for joining me, guys, on yet another update. I cannot stop looking at these buds. I find them fascinating and just absolutely amazing. You'll be very relieved to know that this is my second last update. There's only one more orchid babysitter update to go, and I don't have those orchids yet. In the meantime, I have, oh my god, I have so much to do, like work-wise and everything, but orchid-wise, you know, obviously I have a lot of repotting to do and a lot of troubleshooting to do with some of these orchids. I did put a poll up on the community page of YouTube recently asking if you guys want to see repottings, because there's lots out there. But, you know, I think repotting's one of those things, everyone does it a little bit differently, and I think you can get ideas and tips on things that work. So, well, according to the polls, you guys love repotting videos, and I've got all sorts to do. I've got oncidiums, phalaenopsis, cattleyas. Some of them are new plants, some of them are plants that just need a bit of fixing up. So, you'll be getting some repotting videos from me, and yes, so thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more orchid videos. I hope you guys have a fantastic week and happy growing until I see you next time. Bye.